Hey, I'm actually going myself. If you guys saw either part one or part two of some of my fall seed planting, you would have seen how my seeds are looking currently. And I just felt like for the preservation of my seeds so that I can use them next spring and next summer and next fall and the following spring and the following fall after that. If I want to be able to properly use them, I need to store them properly. So don't judge me. Now, I was gonna go ahead. I went to Walmart because I was like, okay, I see people say like holding on to their seeds in a variety of ways, but the way that intrigued me the most and seemed the most sustainable just for how much gardening has imploded of it and become important to me because it just falls along the entire thought process for me. I make a lot of our food from scratch, not all. I'm not an all or nothing type of gal. So we do, in fact, did this leak? No, they just didn't fill it. Okay. Anyway, um, with my whole making a lot of things from scratch, I'm doing like a Zor hauls every so often to get a bigger quantity of stuff so I will have more stuff and spend less while still getting organic products, while still, you know what I mean? Like, I make a lot of our juices from scratch. I just made elderberry. I don't know if I would call it syrup. I did cook it down in my slow cooker and it really didn't get thick, so it's like a syrup, but it's thin, but it's elderberry, ginger, and some Ceylon cinnamon. Uh and but we still get vaccinations and we eat out and we have McDonald's sometimes. And if somebody has a party at their preschool and they bring cupcakes with red 40 in it, I'm not going to say they can't have it. I do give a lot of my snacks to the school for them to have alternatives just because they go 5 days a week, right? So at this point, the majority of the time during the days, my kids are at a school. So I'd rather just give them healthier alternatives. I said all of this to say gardening just makes sense for the hobbies I currently have and the goals in life that I do have. So I went and bought this because I saw the photo box and that was actually what I was aiming to find in my Walmart. Yes, I could have bought it on Amazon. I thought about it. I want to get it done today because the kids are in school and I don't have to work because I do also have a job. And because of that, I didn't order it yesterday, and even if I did order it yesterday, my Amazon packages are coming later and later, and I'm not sure why that is. Does anybody else have that happening where you get your Amazon packages like late morning, early afternoon? Now you're getting that ish like late afternoon, nighttime? I don't know. Anyway, I just went to the store, and they didn't have the photo box like I really wanted, but this is very close. It's just a craft supply box. It's 12 by so it says it holds 12 by 12 paper. So it's probably, it's 14. I can read. It's 14 by 13 by 3 inches. So that's great. It seals very nicely. I'm going to be able to at some point tape down a nice little thing I'll type up. It's like maize seeds or something. I'll think of something and make it all cute and stuff. So I'm just pulling this off. So you just have a blank canvas to work with. And I just think it's a great size. It might appear really large to some people, but I've ordered a lot of seeds and I have a lot of seeds that if there's a seed store shortage for any reason next spring, I have plenty to plant out. But if there is in fact not, there are varieties of tomatoes I would like to try. I do see it's not as abundant as I'd like it to be. I mean, I haven't scrolled through all of YouTube, so there's probably more than I think. But when you see other people talk like, oh, I only garden on a quarter acre or half an acre or 1 acre and I able to do all of this, or I garden on my deck. It looks like a lot. It does. I'm not going to play like it's not. But just because someone else is capable of doing it does not mean that I am. So I'm like, let's see how I do. Y'all, I just got a 6 foot by 2 foot bed, right? And all of my raised beds are low as of right now. And they're from Amazon. They're the cheaper ones. I had tried the in-ground bed. Guys, it didn't work. I need to record that video today too, but I think my soil is just not, well, I'm not gonna say my soil is bad because the plants are growing. The problem is the pest, and you don't realize how much just raising it a foot or two off of the ground really does, because the plants in the raised beds do get eaten. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you, okay? When I see the lush, perfect greenery with not a bite in sight, that's amazing. That's just not what we do here. I have not sprayed anything, and there's insects galore, all right? It is what it is. But the type of nyamin that is happening on my in-ground bed versus my raised beds versus my green stock is two completely different nyamin, and I'm not putting them in my mouth. Like, there's fine, there's a couple bites, you raw it, it's fine, but it's riddled with holes, like insane behavior. So I went and purchased this. Well, I thought it was 3 feet wide, but it's fine, it's 2. I was gonna put it right over the in-ground bed, right? I can, instead of going it this way, right, I can turn it this way and still have walking space and plant another one. And then next year, I'm going to get my husband to get me a arched trellis, like a good one. So they're like $200-$300 plus, which is insane. But I need a very sturdy one because wherever I move to, it's going to come with me. And I need it to last. So that makes me extremely happy because that doesn't touch on the space that I intend to get a very long raised bed. And when I say very long, for me, I'm talking like 10 to 14 to 15 feet long by 3 feet wide. Now, I know that there are a lot of people who have like 4 foot, 5 foot wide raised beds. That's not going to work for me on my property because I am a punk. I am very much scared of bugs. And so if I have to walk too close to my fence and I am leaving the spiders alone because I've noticed my aphid situation, like my ants. I had a major ant situation going on in the garden. I was like, oh, it's fine, I'll let it rock. And the spiders came and the ants have left the building. Not completely, I'm sure there's still a few, but when I was telling you there was ants, there was like colonies and colonies and colonies of them, and they weren't dramatically affecting my plants like I was harvesting, so I left them be. But I knew it wasn't supposed to be like that because they're like letting the nasty other bugs live their best life. The spiders came, and now my garden is even better. So I'm letting them rock, but they freak me out. So if I don't have to reach far into a bed, it makes me a happier being. Yeah. Anyway, guys, oh my gosh, almost 10 minutes in. This is fairly simple. I also got some Scotch tape because what I'm going to do is tape shut seeds that I feel like are dangerously open, because I don't want to open this because it's going to be shifted and about, right? And then seeds are everywhere. I'm not anywhere near being good enough to tell the difference of the seeds, except for very obvious seeds. Like beets are super obvious because they're in like these little crater looking, meteorite looking things, but still. So I'm just going to give them a liquid tape, and when I need to open them, I'll just give it a little incisions cut. But I have while I'm doing this, let's chatter about a couple things. I have a few different brands of seeds. So I have M.I. Gardner and now have Botanical Interest. Botanical Interest just joined into my collection. I also have these, which are, I got a ton of these for $10. It'll probably last me years unless I become this seed saving aficionado, which I don't see happening next year, but maybe the following year, where we have local farm stands and stuff where they're literally growing the stuff very locally and they're not spraying insane stuff. And I am attempting my own at saving seeds. So I obviously don't know the variety. Obviously, so I'm just writing whatever. So I have on here like regular slicing tomato, big heirloom tomato. I put the month and the year and then how many seeds are in here. And we're going to see what comes of it. Now, I have actually saved seeds already before a couple months ago and immediately tried to grow those seeds, and I am here to tell you those sprouted just fine. So I'm thinking I'm doing just fine of a job. This is Burpee. I did go ahead and also purchase seeds from my local big box store. Guys, where you can get seeds, buy them. I mean, I'm seeing people buy seeds, buy beans from dried bean from the grocery store and plant them, and they sprout. So do whatever you can, truly, because I know oftentimes, like, why did I open this? Like, explain this to me, why I did this wild behavior. What am I, Hulk? Like, I don't understand how that made sense. I intended for these seeds to make this long term and I ripped it. Like, I have no sense. What was I saying? I wanted the box, actually. Sorry, I'm switching topics. I wanted the box with the separated boxes in here because I wanted to separate the seeds out, because my problem is I am seed buying happy, especially when I see a sale. I get super excited. Like, MI Gardeners had a sale for the longest time of sale running I think I've seen across all type of buying. This is the Pennington's or organic bok choy. Guys, I love bok choy. Anyway, I wanted to organize them like in the boxes, like beets in one box, tomatoes in one box, cabbages in one box, broccolis in one box, cauliflowers in one box, peppers in one box. And then I would probably end up with like 2 or 3 of these at some point, right? Well, I'm being dramatic, not 3. These are big size. Let's say 2. And then I would organize it further, right? Then I'd be like, okay, these are the, like the cherry tomatoes have their own box. The slicing tomatoes have their own box. The Roma tomatoes are like the ones that people majority use for tomato sauce making. Why did that leave me so hard? I haven't planted any of these, which is why I don't have to tape it. It's fairly new to my collection. The radishes, I am not a raw radish eating type of gal, but I love them roasted, fried, all of that. Look at all you hear. That's a ton of seeds, and I planted like 20 of these. There's 250 seeds in here. And my gardener, top dog, one of the top dogs, top 5 dead or alive. Seriously, I love the channel. So I actually heard of the channel before I heard of the seeds company. And I was like, okay. And because I was primarily looking for like women gardeners, because I can't be doing a whole lot. I be tired. I can't lift up crazy things, nor can I spend insane amounts of money on raised beds right now. Does that mean I'm going to be like that in the future? No, sir. The second I can get it, I'm getting a Vigo raised bed. And, you know, I want to see the difference. I do. But as of right now, we're going to buy the Amazon raised beds. And we're going to try to make gardening as easy as possible. And I feel like this is not like me knocking the male YouTubers, because like I said, I love MI Gardener. There's actually quite a few of the men gardeners that I do like. But, you know, a lot of the women are like, oh, you know, chaos gardening. So you're not like sitting there like, Sis, I'm out here like sprinkle, sprinkle, sprinkle. Because they do it and it's fine. The flowers, I'm eventually going to get into flowers. All I have right now is marigolds planted. They're super gorgeous. I am in love with them. Guys, I opened up one acorn squash. One. And I didn't even... I really didn't save even all of the seeds. Because some of them, I was just like, I just can't be bothered. And I have... Why does this feel wet? Oh, no. And there's mold on them. I didn't let these dry out properly. This is a shame. I'm going to toss these. Dang, that's... And this one feels wet. Dang. Dang, this is the first time I've had this happen. I've dried about 5 or 6 seeds, different packets, and this is the first time. So that sucks. But it is what it is. That just means I have to give... You know what it is? My problem is I'm giving all the seeds the same amount of drying time. So I give them about 5 to 6 days to dry out on my counter or my island. And obviously that doesn't make sense that I would give small seeds 5 or 6 days to dry out and then give large seeds like the acorn squash seeds the same amount of time. That was nonsense on my part. Shame on me. These are watermelon seeds that I saved. I saved these a month earlier and these are dry. So yeah, and they're medium size. So yeah, so... Listen, you live and you learn. I'm not super stressed. It's acorn squash season. So I actually still have some. I'm probably going to make them for dinner tonight, especially now that it's on my mind, if I don't decide to have pizza. I will open that up and dry them out. And I wonder if I could just put it in my dehydrator. Because if seeds, I have to look that up. If not, because I'm just like... My concern is I have kids, so leaving something on my counter for 2 weeks is just, it's giving recipe for disaster. So I'll have to see where I can store that for that to dry out and not ever do that again to me. So I'm obviously going to have to double the time of bigger seeds, which clearly makes sense if you think about it. But you live and you learn. It's fine. Ooh, let me leave you closed. I'm going to keep it a buck with you. Guys, this is going to be all over the place. I feel like people, you know, I'm very new to this. Not true to this. Very new. You know what I mean? Eventually, I'll be true to it. But a lot of people gas, like, Roma tomatoes. I'm growing Roma tomatoes. And, like, why did I do this? Their flavor's okay. Like... I actually love when I include cherry tomatoes and the massive heirloom tomatoes in my tomato sauces because I feel like the flavor is better. Does anybody else feel like that too, or is it just me? Like the Roma tomatoes, yeah, they cook down and thicken up faster, but they don't taste as good. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Anyway, that's all I really wanted to talk about. I have like 40 more seeds to go, so I don't want to sit here and waste your time for like 45 minutes. But I'm clearly seeing like way better things going on here. Like this is a ton of seeds. It's going to be able to hold a ton of seeds. And I did order again from M.I. Gardener. It's going to be here in a couple days. So I'll unbox that with you guys. So, and it'll definitely fit those seeds. It'll fit a bunch of seeds. And I do plant out my stuff. Like, I will go back in here. I have this long grain rice I haven't even opened yet. There's 250 of these. I have no idea what I'm about to do. Because I'm going to end up with so many raised beds here. And we intend to move. So, I'm like, ugh. But I want to try to grow rice. And they just make it seem like it's feasible, and it's 90 to 100 days. They say this is container friendly, so I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna like get a raised bed because I'm gonna get bigger raised beds next year and just sprinkle like half of these because they say they need how much space? 6 inches. What is 6 inches? Like this apart? I'm gonna just be like this and sprinkle half of it in like a 8x3 bed or something. Whatever. And just and see if I can get a bowl of rice. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me as I'm doing this. I did just want to talk about like the storage. I mean, there's a bunch of billion and one ways, and I'm new to this, as I've said before. So I'm just finding out what's going to work for me at a good price and not insane amounts of space. Oh, I do have the Haas ones. I haven't even opened these yet. So these I'm saving for next year. These are the Early Girl Hybrid Tomato F1. When I tell you I'm planting tomatoes early, I'm so serious. I'm so serious. And then this is the Sun Sugar Tomatoes, excuse me. I'm so serious I'm planting them early. I will be one of the first people in the cooler weather areas to be having some tomatoes popping up on their plant. At least I hope so. So thank you so much for watching this whole video. I'm sure I will show you how disheveled this looks in the future videos. But yeah, I have M.A. Gardner real quick. Haas, Pennington. What is this one? True Leaf Market. I love these actually. I think they're cute. Renee's Garden, Burpees Organic, Botanical Interest, My Own Seeds. I feel like I have other brands that I perhaps just have not even opened yet. Buzzy Seeds, Ferry Morris, a whole bunch of M.A. Gardner. I love M.A. Gardner, and they're so freaking affordable. That's M.A. Gardner. That's Renee's Garden. That's True Leaf. I think is that it? Oh, I feel like I'm missing a brand. Oh, Greenstock gave me some tomatoes. Survival Garden Seeds. I did get one thing of tomatoes from that. And that's an interesting thing because it's just like an heirloom rainbow mix, which is fantabulously interesting. Yeah, that's it. So hopefully I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.